Guess who's back? Back again. Heaven's back. Tell a friend.
Back. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Oh my gosh, I have missed recording and reacting with you guys so much. And I'm finally done with my hair, as you can tell. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay? But I think I'm going to brighten it tonight. It's just so light. I don't like it. Now, I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, but I explained the reason I think I keep choosing these light colors and then end up hating them is because I don't want to be so bright that I look like a freaking libtard, but I miss my bright hair. I'm definitely going to be making it a little brighter, probably tonight. But I figured, let's make a video so you guys can see at least what I did so far. If you care. Okay. So I was able to separate my hair. I haven't done a separation coloring since I was like 19, maybe 18. And mostly because when you re-dye your hair, like in the shower and stuff, which I do, I'll just put color in my conditioner. It's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin the patterns. But I've decided I will have the patience to refill them. And if I want to, I'll refill them. But I really want to do multicolored and segmented hair. And yeah, so here it is. I also have 3 vlogs, guys. 3 vlogs to edit and get up. Yeah, I ended up going to New Mexico for a little bit, which was pretty cool. Went to a couple of thrift stores. We went downtown. We were taking my niece back home. My daughter niece back home. She had a prom to get to. So, anyways, let's jump into this video. Today, I wanted to watch something with you guys. I want to watch something fun. I have a video planned about the Supreme Court, but I'll do that once my hair is darker, or like later today if I get time. Oh yeah, this did drop. Nick Shirley was almost taken hostage in Cuba, so we will react to that later too. I just want to watch a fun one really quick. I was thinking, let's watch Lefties losing it with Rita today, okay? That's what we're gonna do, and it'll be grand. Hey, Rita, let's do this.
Give us this hysterical take.
They were keeping people from voting. Right? They were literally shooting people. They were running them down with dogs to keep them from voting. Okay, let's start with that. So when they say that problem is gone, it's not gone because you're still doing it.
They're still doing it, Whoopi.
You guys, it's not over. They're gonna have dogs at the voting booth. That's terrifying. If you're Teresa Giudice, vote through the mail. Okay? Or if you're scared, if you're scared of dogs like Teresa, vote through the mail. Maybe you're scared of water. You don't be shot with the hose. Vote for the mail.
Where exactly in America are folks shooting black people to prevent them from voting or running them down with dogs? She's utterly unhinged, but not to be outdone in the hysterical, hyperbolic victim-playing stakes is The View's Sunny Hostin. You know, the woman whose ancestors owned slaves. Well, listen to this nonsense.
He told me when I turned 40 years old that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And he is still alive today, and I am still alive today, and I have been discriminated against. And now I have to tell my children that they have less...
She's got less rights than us, guys, even though she sits on a broadcasting program where she's probably paid at least $3 million a year to spew her political takes when her political takes are nonsense. Hollywood is delusional, man. It's got to be the fact that they have such a big imagination. They like live in this grandeur idea of the world in their heads, and then they try to get everyone else thinking it. Sadly, it works on a lot of people. It's kind of crazy.
Civil rights than I did when I was born. That's true. That is disgusting, despicable, and I am devastated by this particular Supreme Court decision.
I don't think Disney got the word about discriminating because she's still on my screen. Can someone get rid of her? I really don't care about her skin color. It's just her dumb ass opinions, and she's pretty stupid. Can we get rid of her now? I mean, if we're really going to discriminate, right? Wouldn't true discrimination be her not on my screen? She's still on my screen. She's still making money. She's probably still in that rich-ass neighborhood where she was worried the cops are going to shoot her kid. She's probably still got a husband making lots of money as a doctor, right? Discrimination. Is the discrimination in the room with us?
And even though we did know this was coming.
What about, wait a second, what about Clarence Thomas? Didn't he stick up for his own?
No,
He did not.
No.
He was part of the majority here.
Yeah.
You know what's disgusting and despicable is the lies, the blatant lies you hear on that program every single day. And did you hear Joy Behar try to race shame Clarence Thomas because he voted with a majority in the Supreme Court because he voted against institutional racism? That's what that is, real institutional racism.
Oh, my mic was off. This is something I want to talk about with you guys in that next video about the Supreme Court, because they keep trying to say he's a racist for removing race from creating boundaries, which is illegal because we can't use race as a factor. That is racism. Okay. And I know that's hard for a lot of Democrats to understand because they're so used to the anger and emotional nonsense. They don't see that when you group a map to look like a freaking boot just on blacks, right? Blacks. That is fucking with the votes. Like, whether you want to admit it or not, that is the evilest form of gerrymandering. Gerrymandering isn't going anywhere. Okay, guys, you can complain about it all you want. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to change because people move, people's ideas change, people grow fearful. Okay. They're going to change. And gerrymandering means that it allows you and I, the citizens, to have our opinions brought across better. Okay, so gerrymandering is not a bad thing. It's annoying. It's annoying and frustrating, but it's not bad.
And it's gone. And in news that's going to no doubt shock and disgust the ladies of The View, CNN pollster Harry Enton reveals Donald Trump is increasing his support among black voters, and that could get the Republicans over the line in a number of southern seats.
President Trump and the Republican Party are chipping away at the long-term advantage that Democrats have had with black voters, with African Americans. You can see it right here. Look, Trump's approval among African Americans at this point in term one, he was at 12%. You know, he's been losing ground with a lot of people. He's gaining ground with African Americans. He's up to 16% at this point. And you say, this isn't that big of a shift. But I will tell you, Republicans absolutely love this shift that's going on because Democrats have had such a long-term advantage. The fact that he's actually gaining ground versus where he was in term number one, this has major implications for elections down the line because
it means that people are waking up. And it's not just the African American community, okay? It's the Hispanic community too. In New Mexico, people are waking up. They are tired of it. They are over the Democrats acting. You know what it is? It's pulling the wool over our eyes. And here's how I feel, okay? I'll never vote Democrat again. Because once you wake up to the fact that you've been manipulated for years, maybe even decades, you don't even want to associate with those people. Because you see how long they've been tricking you and causing disorder in your own brain, okay? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I talk about this in my Trump video that we were going over. He earned that W. We were rewatching it, and I talk about that, right? We haven't gotten to it yet, but I talk about how this is a republic. Democrats have been lying to us forever about everything. They call us a democracy when we live in a republic. They make up so many crazy lies. It's just insane how much they manipulate us from the age of birth, pretty much. So, yeah, I'm grateful to see these numbers go up. And even Stephen A. Smith came out and said, you know what, I want all the black people to vote Republican once, just to see what would happen. Because he sees how they're led blindly by this group of asshats who's manipulating us.
Democrats, especially in a lot of these tight races, you talk about places like Georgia, right down in the South, you see this type of movement for Trump actually gaining ground. This could have major ramifications and help put Republicans over the top in a number of southern places in the midterm elections.
Let's now have a look at the party of love and tolerance, the party of science and high standards. Here is Maine Democrat Senate candidate Graham Plattner, who has a history of saying some hideous things about women and rape. They're not sending their best, are they?
Oh, that's that Nazi guy, right? That's that Nazi that all the Democrats just got behind.
And you would have noticed that big, fat, ugly tattoo on Plattner's chest. That's a Nazi tattoo, folks. Even having a big, fat Nazi tattoo isn't disqualifying to be a Democrat these days. The situation is so dire that even CNN's Abby Phillip is noticing the double standard and asking what in God's name is going on.
Now, if this were a Republican candidate who'd had a Nazi tattoo, covered it up when he was running for something, and had said all the things that he had said about Black people, about women, about rape, etc. Do you really think there's a world in which Democrats would be like, let's just let bygones be bygones? That's the past. Today's the present.
I think
He might as well be a Republican.
we're entering a new era, and we'll see what the base wants. We'll see who wins when the actual election happens. But for the past decade, Democrats have been unified by our opposition to Donald Trump. And now Graham Plattner has a forward-looking message. So if Donald Trump or if another Republican had a Nazi tattoo, I don't know, Donald Trump has dinner with Nazis. It's not that far.
Oh my gosh, they have that girl on. She's that one. She like got in a lot of trouble, right? She went to court and she was like hitting a car. She said she was peacefully protesting. I think she even has an OnlyFans and she was trying to run for a district, like to become what do they call it when they just said it? City council. City council. So pretty hilarious. She kind of looks like that Sabrina Carpenter, Hillary Clinton vibes.
Far from, happening.
What can you say? Dudes with Nazi tattoos are a sign the Democrats are forward-looking. That's what that lefty soy boy just said. Astonishing. Let's bring in Sky News contributor Kosha Gator.
Okay, as I said, I just want to laugh this morning and have like a fun little moment. So let's just end with this last little clip. They are going to be talking about the new guy that's running in LA. And I think he was a previous actor, like a former actor. So let's go hear what he's got to say.
LA now, and let's hear from mayoral hopeful Spencer Pratt, the outsider to be the next mayor of Los Angeles. Here he talks about the industry around homelessness.
Every one of these people is breaking the law. You cannot live on the street. You cannot do drugs on the street. You cannot be naked on the street. And people go, oh, what are you going to do, Spencer? Where are you going to put these people? Well, first off, most of these people are not from California. They've been bussed in by body brokers because it's such a business. These people make so much money. So once you shut down the business and you go in and you unplug all these NGOs, they're going to go to Seattle, or they're going to go out and they're going to grab all these people. They're going to put them on buses themselves because these are their products. This is where they make the money.
Kosha, LA, California, but particularly LA spends
He's not wrong. That was really well put. And that is probably what'll happen. They'll just go up north to Washington or Oregon. Which is why half of Oregon wants to secede.
a fortune on this issue, and yet it seems to be getting worse and worse. There does seem to be an industry around homelessness. Is that message from Spencer Pratt going to resonate with people in California and LA in particular?
I think so, because it is such a visible, tangible problem. This is the city of dreams. It has some of the most beautiful people and places ever. And then you turn a corner and you see these homeless encampments, and it's embarrassing. Like, there's no reason why it should exist in California or anywhere in the US for that matter. It is enabled by these policies like the NGOs, like soft on crime, giving them handouts instead of solving the root cause, et cetera, that he's touching on. So I do think that the problem is well understood. The solution should also be easily understood. And Spencer Pratt, brings to the table his social media presence. He's kind of an interesting character. He comes from a reality TV background. He and his wife together have millions and millions of followers. So he's got sort of his own independent channel as well of how to reach, distribution channel of how to get that message out there. So hopefully it cuts through. He is running as an independent, so he doesn't have the stigma of being a Republican candidate that unfortunately carries a lot of voters in California. So, we shall see. Karen Bass isn't all that popular, but it is generally always a tough climb to displace the Democrat Party candidate in the city. So he definitely has his work cut out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know a lot of people are assuming he's some sort of a front runner, but it's an uphill battle. He is the outsider. And I think, the Democrats hold all the cards, but good luck to him because LA does need some change.
Honestly, I agree. I hope he wins. He's awesome. But you know who else I really want to win? The girl from the bathroom. She was a singer, and she's like a big old black girl. She got the muscles, and she was like, men in the women's bathrooms with big dicks. Do you guys remember that? We talked about it. She's running, and oh man, that'd be so cool if she won. I freaking pray she wins, because that would be so dope. And like all those little gay white boys who are freaking trying to take control over there as little liberal heads. We need her. Screw those little gay boys, those little twinks who aren't going to do anything. I have nothing against twinks, okay? I just know those dudes who are running suck, okay? They suck. Get it? I'm just kidding. Okay, let's keep going.
Now, before you go, I want to play you this clip from AOC. She was asked an interesting question too, actually, and she gave this very intriguing answer.
If you could click your fingers and Tucker Carlson is president instead of Donald Trump, would you do it?
I don't know. I don't think so, but it's kind of a toss-up. I'm not really sure.
Okay, last thing then. What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
Oh, well, we don't know if we've already had a gay president.
Hey,
to be honest with
that's
you.
true.
I think there are chances that
It's because she knows Obama was our first gay president.
maybe we have, but
Kosha, who could she be talking about?
Oh, that was funny. James Buchanan is one president that some historians believe may have been because he never married. There's no official record of that, though. I doubt AOC knows her history to that level of depth. So who knows? You can only guess. She maybe tipped her hand there a little bit.
I mean, there's also those rumors about Roosevelt, right? Not Teddy Roosevelt. What's the other one's name? The one in the freaking wheelchair, right? Like, wasn't he gay? And his wife was like a lesbian, and they're like cousins, right? They're like only married for show because they're both gay. I know it's just rumors, but isn't that the rumor? FDR.
Well, I've got I don't want to name any names, but there may have been some poetry written in this area in recent years. Kosha Gator, we've run out of time. I think that's a very good time to end this segment. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. I'll see you later, ladies. And for us, okay, I am so happy to be back in this chair, recording again. I missed it so much. As much as I enjoy vlogging, it's just so much funner to react, and like I get to edit quicker too, so that helps. Oh, I hate looking at my hair, you guys. I hate it so much. All right. Well, I will see you next time. Can you leave? I said I'll see you next time. Bye.